5 generations, over 30 years, thousands of idols, but only a handful of groups actually defined their era. Today, we're ranking the single greatest group from every generation of K-pop, from the pioneers who built the industry from nothing, to the global superstars dominating charts right now. If you've ever wondered who truly earned the crown, this is that list. Before K-pop was a global export, it was an experiment. In 1992, Seo Taiji and boys fused Korean lyrics with rap and rock, and shattered everything the industry thought Korean music had to sound like. But it was H.O.T who turned that experiment into a system, a trained, packaged, fandom-driven idol group that became the blueprint every group after them would follow. Alongside SES and Fin. K.L., they proved something the industry didn't yet believe: idols could sell out arenas and dominate headlines. Without this generation, there is no K-pop as we know it today. Then came the generation that took K-pop beyond Korea's borders entirely. TVXQ and BoA broke into Japan at a scale no Korean act had touched before. But if we're picking one group that defined this era, it has to be BIGBANG. They didn't just perform, they wrote and produced their own music, built a rebellious identity that broke the clean-cut idol mold, and became one of the best-selling acts in K-pop history. Alongside Girls' Generation redefining what a girl group could be, this was the generation that turned K-pop from a regional trend into the beginning of a global wave. This is the era most casual fans actually discovered K-pop in, and it's also the most competitive to crown. EXO brought vocal power and record-breaking album sales. Twice and Red Velvet redefined girl group concepts for a new decade. The two groups didn't just succeed in this generation, they broke K-pop into the global mainstream entirely. BTS became the first K-pop act to top the Billboard Hot 100, redefining what international success even meant for a Korean group. And BLACKPINK became the first K-pop girl group to headline Coachella, turning stadiums worldwide into pink and black seas of fans. This generation didn't just grow K-pop, it made it unavoidable. By the time the fourth generation arrived, K-pop was already a global industry, so these groups had to innovate just to stand out. Stray Kids built an identity around self-produced, genre-bending sound that earned them serious critical respect. aespa introduced an entire metaverse concept that blurred the line between idol group and sci-fi universe. IVE and New Jeans mastered something the earlier generations never had to, going viral in 15-second clips. This generation proved K-pop could evolve technically and conceptually while still packing the same emotional punch as the groups before them. And now, we're watching the newest era build in real time. Groups debuting today are breaking records faster than any generation before them, some reaching massive sales milestones within just 2 or 3 years of debut, a pace that took earlier generations nearly a decade to hit. This generation is defined by speed, global-first marketing, and fan engagement that moves at internet speed. It's too early to crown a definitive, greatest, here, but the early signs suggest this generation might move faster than any that came before it. Here's the honest truth: you cannot fairly compare a first-generation group's success to a third-generation group's numbers. The industry itself was completely different. Smaller markets, no streaming, no global platforms. What made H.O.T legendary in 1996 required a completely different kind of impact than what made BTS legendary in 2020. Each generation didn't just produce great groups, they redefined what great even meant for the era they existed in. That's why K-pop fans argue about this endlessly, and honestly, that's the fun of it. From Seo Taiji breaking the mold, to H.O.T building the system, to BIGBANG going global, to BTS and BLACKPINK making K-pop unavoidable worldwide, to today's rookies shattering records before they've even had their first anniversary, every generation added a piece to something no single group could have built alone. K-pop isn't the story of one legendary group. It's the story of 5 generations, each one standing on the shoulders of the one before it. And the next legendary group? They might be debuting right now.